Good morning, all, depending when you're watching this. Good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and I was always told I had a voice radio. So today, we're going to be looking at some more exciting Pokemon trading card game news. Ladies and gentlemen, that is one of the things we do on this channel. It makes me very happy. So let's have a gander. And we're going to start off with some Alternate-art GXs, which are being released in Japan. Now, we will get these Alternate-art GXs at some point. Some of them we know how we're getting, some of them we do not. Now, these were revealed on the official Japanese Pokemon Twitter site, and we've got an Alternate-art Guzzlord that is literally wrecking a car. Now, you can see from the card here, it's clearly the regular Guzzlord GX. Guzzlord is pretty good. I mean, it's been wrecking pre-releases. Check the video I did yesterday for more on that. Link in the description. And it's a pretty good card. We don't necessarily need an alternate art reprint, but either way, we're getting one. Speaking of alternate art reprint GXs, how about Silvally GX? Now, again, this is clearly the same Silvally GX. The ability here allowing Pokemon that are basic to retreat for nothing, and then free energy 120, attaching energy from your discard to one of your bench Pokemon, and then the GX is the same as Lycanroc Midnight form. What is very interesting, of course, is that we get into memory cards with Silvally, which are going to turn it into any type we like. Now, to be fair, only 4 of the 10 types have currently been revealed, confirmed, say whatever you will. However, I think it's fairly obvious we are going to be getting all of them. And actually, I did a video about that as well. Link in the description. We don't know how we're getting Guzzlord and Silvally GX alternate arts. I'm a big fan of both the alternate arts. I think they're awesome. Maybe they'll come in tins down the line. We don't know, but that would be my guess. And part of the reason I made that particular guess is if we look at the other alternate arts that have been revealed in Japan, we have Solgaleo and we have Lunala. Now, to be fair, I told you on the previous news video, or maybe a couple news videos ago, either way, on a previous news video, I showed you these gold cards. We're getting gold versions of this exact same Solgaleo and Lunala, so it's not really all that impressive, although I do really like the alternate arts, especially the Solgaleo. Now, the good news is we do know how we're getting them. These are the Solgaleo and Lunala tins. And I say getting, I of course mean already got. These actually came out in April, if I remember correctly. And the reason I'm including it on this particular news video is just to basically say, Japan had to wait till October for cards that we got in April. In your face, Japan. Although, to be fair, they get most of the stuff before us, so the amount of gloating we can do is, of course, shall we say, limited. In other hey, we got it first news, in your face, America, Europe is beating you, specifically the UK. I have a bit of a habit, I tend to search on Amazon, both UK and US, way too often, to see if things are being sold early or to see if release dates are getting moved for things, etc. The TCG Alolan Raichu collection box is already out to purchase. Now, I checked the American Amazon, not currently out at the moment. Now, you guys almost certainly won't be getting this exact box. You'll be getting one with a plastic model, because generally Europe gets the oversized cards and America gets the plastic models. It's because of some plastic laws in Europe. Although, as I've said in previous videos, how come we got the black and white models? This confuses me. In terms of the Alolan Raichu card itself, it's not particularly good. It's just a reprint of the one which was in the Pokemon Sun and Moon trainer kit. Honestly, ladies and gentlemen, it's not amazing. But even so, it's just nice to have new promos. For me, this holds no real appeal. I will get the promo card at some point because I want all the Sun and Moon promos. They delight me. But the fact of the matter is, it's nowhere near as good as the Alolan Raichu from Crimson Invasion, which in itself is not particularly amazing. It's a good enough card. It's a nice enough card. But honestly, 70 for free energy, and that's the best it can do. I mean, it can use double colorless energy, and that's fine. But 70 for free energy, it's not particularly good. If you want to do 70 for free energy, then... Well, I mean, to be fair, Alolan Ninetales is stage 1 that does 80 for free energy and has the amazing ability that stops attacks from EXs and GXs. So yeah, not a good card, but we're getting a new promo. New promos are always good, and it came out first in Europe. That's got to be something that's pretty good, right? Right? Now, it's not strictly TCG related, but I want to talk about it anyway. Toys R Us are giving away free Pikachu ornaments. Now, it could be TCG related. You get an ornament when you spend $25 or more on Pokemon stuff in Toys R Us. It starts on November the 5th. There's free to collect. Now, they do rotate on a weekly basis, so you've got to spend $25 3 weeks in a row in order to get them. The good news is there's so many awesome Pokemon TCG products coming out that, let's face it, the vast majority of you watching this could easily find $25 worth of Pokemon TCG stuff to buy every week. I certainly could. Look deep in your heart, ladies and gentlemen. You know it to be true. Personally, I just like it because it shows even more that Pokemon is part of the real world again. Pokemon is not just some little hobby for us nerds in our basements. It is something which is permeating wider society. Toys R Us are giving away free Christmas ornaments themed after Pikachu. That is awesome. Credit to Toys R Us for the pictures and comicbook.com, which I love the web domain of that site, who actually came up with this news, so big up to those people. Speaking of big up to particular websites, shout out to pokebeach.com, who have gained images of the World Championship 2017 decks, and we know what they are going to be. Now, we don't know much, of course. In fact, there's only actually one that's been confirmed, and let's face it, it's the World Champion Diego Casaraga and his Gardevoir deck. And let's be kind of honest about this. We all knew that the world champion was going to have his deck printed. That should not be great news to anybody. Just like in previous years, you get a 60 card deck, the exact 60 cards that was used by that particular person to achieve their particular finish in the World Championships. Although they have a different border and they're signed, etc., they are not legal for tournament play. You get a pin badge, which is the same pin badge that was given away at the World Championships, a deck box, and a commemorative booklet. Either way, and I will say, if you've got friends that you want to teach how to play the Pokemon trading card game, and you want to teach them to use proper decks and high-level decks, using World Championship decks are a great way to do so. Even if not, I still play with my friends sometimes using 2012, 2013, and earlier of these official decks, going right back to the beginning. So if you want some ready-made decks that you can use for tournaments later on, these fit the bill very nicely indeed. And the final piece of news this week, it's not necessarily Pokemon trading card game related, but I'm going to forgive myself, ladies and gentlemen, because it is wonderful. Among the many wonderful things I found on the Pokemon Japanese Twitter, they have revealed their artwork that they're going to be using on their official products in the run-up to Christmas, and I thought I'd share it with you all, you lovely ladies and gentlemen, because it is frankly adorable. Now, it does feature Beware prominently, which is lovely, and it's got all the usual favourites. There's a Poplio, and you got Rowlet and Litten hiding there in the back. Delibird, he's a bit of a Christmas staple, couldn't have it without him. We've got Rockruff front and centre, which is a little bit weird, but we will go with it. It's just fantastic, quite frankly. And of course, Alolan Vulpix basically looks like it's made of snow. Of course, it was going to feature prominently. And a snow Pikachu with leaves for cheeks, because why would it not? Unfortunately, all of this stuff doesn't really ship outside the UK. Even the official Pokemon Japanese website, the Pokemon Center, if you will, doesn't ship outside of Japan. Bit sad. I do luckily have a couple of friends in Japan who can hook me up. Either way, All this stuff finds its way onto eBay and other websites, so if you really want it, I'm sure you'll be able to find it. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the Pokemon trading card game news for the last couple of days. We've got some awesome alternate art cards, some free gifts from Toys R Us, and an Alolan Raichu box that Europe gets earlier, which never happens. So it's something to enjoy. Either way, ladies and gentlemen, let me know in the comment section your thoughts on all of these news stories. I would love to hear from you. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at @TheWassy, and Twitch for some live action at twitch.tv/PTCGRadio. There will be a live stream tonight between 7:30 and 8 o'clock UK time. That's when it starts. It'll be going on for a couple of hours. So come join in the fun and check Twitter for the exact start time. If you want to support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, etc., you can do so at patreon.com/PTCGRadio. But by far the most important thing, as always, is to look after yourselves until next time. Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.